Hello, hello, everyone. It is Thursday, and it's time for Thankful Thursday. Time to be grateful here on Gratitude Happy Hour. I'm Teri Angel, and normally I have a co host on today, Karen Palmer, but she couldn't make it today. And I had to decide, am I going to go on with the show or am I going to just take the break? And I decided with my angel's help that yes, I was supposed to come on today. So if you are seeing this, please help me share it out. And if you're here, you're meant to be here. And thank you. Thank you for joining in. So I am just going to take a moment and I'm going to share it out myself. So if you would help me do that, I would really appreciate it. So I'm giving just a moment for people to find it and to come in so we can get our gratitude on today. I've already been so full of gratitude from the moment I woke up this morning, and I want that to continue. I never, ever want to stop being grateful in my whole entire life. There is just more gratitude every day for so many things. So just help me share this out if you would. I would really appreciate that. And let's see who we can gather together today. And while I'm doing that, I just want to share with you that I just did a party this afternoon for somebody who has a lot of meaning in my life. Sherry Myers, she just published a book, and her book is called It's Too Late to Quit. And I want to talk about that for a minute, but I'm going to give people time to share this, time to get in here, and for us to really have a good conversation about staying in that mode of not giving up. Never, ever give up, never quit. And her book is so beautiful. So I want to share that when we get people in. And I see people jumping in, and thank you. Thank you for finding the broadcast. And I'm going to see if I can turn on my chat so that I can see you all without being distracted. Maybe, maybe. Don't you love technology? There's so much to learn and so much to take advantage of. Hi, Gabby. Thank you for finding me, honey, and welcome. Welcome to everyone coming in that's finding the show. Sherry Gatewood. Hi, sweetheart. Thank you for being here. And I just am getting ready now to get the chat up. Maybe. I love technology. Okay. So I have the chat up and I'm ready for you all to interact with me today. That's what today is. I want to see how you all are doing for one thing. It's been a long day for me. I've had a lot going on. And as I was saying, I did a party, an online party for a friend of mine today, Sherry Lee Myers. She just published a book called It's Too Late to Quit. And I want to talk about that. I want to talk about not giving up. And I think if you're here, if you're hearing this, you're here for a reason. There's always a purpose, and you're never here by accident. So what does it mean to you when you hear those words? If you heard, let's say me, tell you those words, it's too late to quit. What does that mean? What does that resonate with inside of you? That maybe there's a dream in there, maybe there's um, a goal that you want to achieve, something that you've been working hard on or have on the burner that needs your attention. What does it mean that it's too late to quit? I'd love to hear your input on that. And hi, Kim. Thank you for joining in. So, this book is written in the form of starting a marathon, which we can equivalent to our life, right? Life is like a marathon. We're in it for the long haul. We're not going to quit halfway through with our dreams left unrealized, we hope. We always have something out there, some reason to put that one foot in front of the other. Hi, Diane Beiersdorfer. Thank you for being here. So let's talk about what it means to not quit, to not give up, to persevere. And I made that statement to someone earlier today. I said, when there's something that I'm trying to achieve or something that is out there for me, I don't quit. I just keep going at it. And sometimes I feel like I'm butting my head up against a wall. Anybody have that experience where you're like, oh boy, maybe I don't want it that bad. And that's when you examine, do I want it that bad? So I just would like some input from you on that while I shout out some gratitude. I'm very, very grateful for Sherry Myers. She came into my life about 5 years ago. I met her through a mutual friend, and this friend said, I have somebody that's looking for people to interview about their belief in angels. Well, hello. I have spoken and talked to angels my whole life, ever since I can remember. The angels have been there. So my friend knew that this would be like a match made in heaven, that I was supposed to meet Sherry Myers about 5 years ago, and I did. And Sherry had written a movie, and the movie was about how angels are real, how they really do exist. So as I spoke with Sherry on the phone and I felt her beautiful energy, I just knew that this was somebody that was going to be in my life for a while. And certainly she has been. She's been very instrumental in supporting me through thick and thin, through all of my adventures, my journeying into more and more things that caught my attention, and that the angel said, Terry, do this. And Sherry's been right there beside of me to support. And then last year, when breast cancer became a part of my life, Sherry was one of my biggest supporters. She was there for me. She did fundraising. She sent me moringa, which is a big help. And hi, Bernadette. Welcome, honey. So Sherry is one of those people that if she sees something, her brain goes to work, and it's like, how can I help? What can I do to help? And it's not just for me, it's everybody that she touches in her life, everybody that comes into her existence. They see this angel. She is an earth angel. And we had a little party for her today because her book called It's Too Late to Quit just came out this week. It came out on Mother's Day. And what a fitting thing for it to come out on that day, because one of the people that has influenced her life is her 92-year-old mother, Sylvia, who is the epitome of it's too late to quit. Sylvia, at age 92, had her debut art show where she brought out all of her paintings, beautiful paintings that she had done, and there was a showing of them at 92. So what does that say? It says, yeah, don't give up, whatever that dream is, because that was her dream. That was on her bucket list, and it actually came to be. She was able, with Sherry's help, to set up an art exhibit of her paintings, and that's something that it's worth so much more than money or anything else. It's your dream come to reality. So what dream do you have? And I really want to hear from you all. What dream do you have that's out there that maybe you're dragging your feet on, or maybe nobody knows? You may not have told anybody. Sylvia never said a word about her dream, her bucket list dream of having an art exhibit. And after Sherry discovered that her mom had all these paintings, closets full of paintings that she had done, and then Sylvia tells her, it's on my bucket list to have an art exhibit of my art. So maybe you're holding something inside that you haven't shared with anybody. Anyone out there that can relate to that, that there's something that you really would like to see come to fruition in your life, but maybe you haven't shared it, or maybe you have shared it, but it hasn't happened yet. And are you persevering, or have you given up on that dream? I really want to hear. And my friend Lee, thank you for coming on. I love you so much, and I know you have just experienced a big loss in your life. And my heart is with you, honey. I'm so glad that you're here right now. And another person that I'm extremely grateful for and grateful for having in my life. Thank you for being here on Gratitude Happy Hour. And welcome also to Aaron Robertson. Thank you for finding me. It's so good to be here. As I was saying at the beginning, I normally have a co-host. Karen Palmer is my Thankful Thursday partner, but she was not able to be with us today because something came up. So you've got me. You're stuck with me right now. And I hope that's a good thing. I hope you will stick around with me. So let's do some gratitude. Gratitude. What are you grateful for? Who are you grateful for? I just shared mine, which is one of so many people that I'm grateful for. Sherry Myers is such a blessing in my life, and she's my big gratitude person today. So, yes, not yesterday, a few years ago, I published a gratitude journal. And every day I would write in there who I was grateful for. And I would send that person a message. I'm going to start doing that again. I'm going to do it starting June 1st because it's halfway through the year, and I'll do the last 6 months of the year. I'm showing gratitude and um, highlighting somebody, just lifting somebody up every day for the rest of the year. That's my commitment to me. I don't make commitment to other people. I make commitment to myself. So that's going to be my journey, my gratitude journey for the rest of this year, is to highlight somebody every day and let them be that gratitude person of the day. And I'll make sure that I send them the message or speak it out if I'm online, and let them know that they are acknowledged, that they're loved, and that I appreciate them. So let's hear some gratitude. What you got here? Robertson, I'm sorry, let me say it correctly. Aaron Robertson. I was born to be an animal communicator, but I haven't been able to get it out to the world, but I am persevering. Aaron, I am so happy to hear that, and I would love to talk to you about that. I just published a book called Time Heals for Animals, and it's all about communicating with your animals. It has a lot of information in there about animal communication, but it's also an energy healing modality to work on your animal's chakras and to help them in whatever means you can through energy healing to get them to a place where they feel safe and secure. And if there's anything going on with them physically, emotionally, that you're able to pick that up with going into that chakra energy. So I would love to talk to you and share that with you. And Casey Johnson, grateful for nature, for your son, your siblings, and your mom. Thank you for sharing that. Thank you, Casey, and much love to you. It's so good to see you on here and to see you interacting with us today. And Aaron says, I'm grateful for Diane Allison Beiersdorfer. Me too. I am so grateful for that woman. I met Diane a few years ago. I think it's been about 4 years now, 3 or 4 years. And ever since she came into my life, she's been just a bright spot. I have really watched her as she's grown and evolved. And now she's a part of Enlightened World Network. And so happy that she is. She has a program every morning at 9:30 on Enlightened World, EWN Enlightened Living, which is a web page that Enlightened World Network has. And we love Diane. She brings us to the playground every day. And and brings us out to work with our inner child. So yes, I'm glad she brought you here, Erin. Gabby says, I'm grateful for my daughter, Grady. We live together, and I probably didn't let her know that enough. She is always there and always watching out for me. Thank you, Grady. That's awesome. Oh, thank you, Gabby, for sharing that. You know, a friend of mine did something that I really, I love the idea, and I want to share that idea with you all, because if this is the case with anybody else where you have other people there in your home, this is something that you can do that's very simple and very effective. So what my friend did, she kept a notebook open on the counter, and every day they would go and write in that book what their gratitude was. You could write it to the other people or person, whatever it is that's there in the house. You could write out that gratitude message. And then anybody else that was there could come along and read the gratitude and also add to it. And I love that. And I think that would be a great habit, a great thing to begin for people to start writing out their gratitude, and so that we can all see it. That's what I love about this show, about Thankful Thursday, because it's an uplifting show that shares gratitude, but it shares the power of gratitude, the power of really going into ourselves and pulling that out. One thing that I've heard and read, and this is a scientific thing that came out, is that gratitude is the highest vibration that your heart can go into, your heart chakra. And the other thing is that gratitude and love vibrate at the same level of vibration. So when you're vibrating gratitude or you're vibrating love, it's the same energy. Gratitude is love. It's love in action, because for it to be gratitude, you got to share it, right? You don't want to just hold on to that stuff. You want to say, hey, thank you. I love you. Thank you for doing that. Or thank you just for being, right? So sharing the gratitude is effective to saying, I love you. It's giving somebody that little love pat. And wow, we got lots of comments coming in. And oh, you're so welcome, Diane. And Robert Dosa is here. Hi, Robert Dosa. So we're talking about gratitude right now, and sharing our gratitude. So what or who are you grateful for? Just let us know. Type it in the comments. And then the other part of what we're talking about today is Sherry Meyer's book, It's Too Late to Quit. And what have you got out there that you need to maybe remind yourself? It's too late to quit. It's too late. Do this and persevere and keep it going. So I'm going to go back to your comments. Gabby says, what an amazing idea. I thought so too. It's not my original idea, but I do love it. And I think, especially for families, and especially right now, when things have been in such chaos and turmoil, and all the things that we're dealing with coming back out into society again, we need to go back to the basics and remember what lifts us up. Remember what it is that we're grateful for, and share that with each other. So yeah, it's a wonderful idea. And I am going to start doing my gratitude vase again, June 1st. For those of you who missed that announcement, if you want to do it along with me, what we do is every day, just pick a person. Just pick somebody, and it doesn't even matter if you don't know that person, if you've never met them before. There have been people that I've sent gratitude messages to in the past that I had never even interacted with before, but maybe I saw them. I saw them either speak out or put a positive post out on Facebook, something that brought them to my attention. So I would send them a note and say, I'm grateful for you. Thank you. Thank you for what you do. And there have been many, many responses to my notes of gratitude. So I would love to get that movement flowing again and get more than just me doing the gratitude every day. So June 1st, that's the date. If you want to come along with me on that gratitude journey, come along with me. No pressure. And if you miss a day, you miss a day. But every day, try to think of one person that you can lift their vibration just by saying, you know what? I'm grateful for you today. And let them know, that's part of it. Let them know that they're your person for that day. So back to the comments. Diane says, I am so thankful for so many beautiful connections. Erin Robertson, I have an idea for you. I will catch up with you in a bit. Awesome. Diane's wonderful at having creative ideas. Cheryl Ann, I love you so much. Thank you for being here. Another person that I'm extremely grateful for that has touched my life and changed my life tremendously. And Erin says, oh, how exciting. I can't wait to hear it where we're talking about the animal communication. Erin, I don't know where you're located, but we are going to be doing training on animal healing. So we'll talk for sure. Just send me a friend request and we will get together. And Diane says, gosh, I have just been sitting in gratitude all day. My life has just blossomed in the past few months. It certainly has. It is mind-boggling, and I'm so grateful to be alive. Diane, I start my day with that message every morning. I open my eyes and see that I'm still here, still on the planet, and I just start saying gratitude. I just say, thank you, God, for another day. Thank you for the breath that I'm taking right now. Thank you that I have an opportunity to make a difference in the world, to make an impact in some way just by being here. So thank you for bringing that up because I do every morning. I just shout out gratitude, sometimes after coffee, but no, seriously, it is my first thought every morning is being grateful. And Robert Dosa, grateful for a beautiful day, grateful for nature, grateful for the people around me. Beautiful. And Gabby says, I am also extremely grateful for my awakening, for all those who are supporting me and loving me through it. I am truly and heartfelty. Yes, I love that Gabby word. Heartfelty thankful for all of you. Oh, sweetheart, thank you for being here. And Diane says, grateful for Erin Robertson because I feel such a kinship and I'm grateful for the way she allows me to dig in deeper and discover hidden abilities. Oh, don't we all need people that prod us in a way that makes us go deeper? I love that. And thank you, Erin, for doing that for Diane. And it's mutual. You changed my life as well. We have so much to be grateful for. I'm not sure who's making that comment. Is that you, Gerald Ann? I'm not sure because it just says Enlightened World Network. Beautiful. And yes, that was you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. Thank you for coming on this show. And thank you for you all sharing this out. Oh, wow. That was a lot of gratitude. Thank you all. Thank you for going in there and for just expressing who you're grateful for. That's part of our journey, part of our awakening journey. As we wake up, we want to share what's inside, right? Just like watching a sunset, watching a sunrise. We want to share that beauty. And that gratitude is beautiful. It's so beautiful to look in there and to see the light deep in us. So another thought hit me as I was deciding, okay, what are we going to bring out on the show today? And one thing that I wrote, and I actually wrote it down because I wanted to explore that myself. And usually, if I need to explore something, I need to speak it out so that other people can explore that as well. So let me get it the way I wrote it. How hard is it to feel gratitude when you are experiencing a fire of life, one of those stressors in life? And certainly we are all in the midst of all of this stressor that has been with us for a few months now. How hard is it? And how deep do you need to dig to really reach in there and grab some gratitude? And I know for me, and I'll just speak for myself because that's the only person I can speak for, right? For me, when there's been those things that have really hit me, oh my gosh, I won't go into everything in this life, but there have been some that were things that blew me all the way down to the ground. There's been a lot of blows, but there have been those few that I ended up on my back on the ground, looking up like I will never get back on my feet again. And during those moments where that was a dark night of the soul, or that was that time when I had to deal with something so heavy, I had to really dig deep. I really did. I'm just being honest here. I had to think, okay, is there anything in life right now that I can say I'm grateful for? And I did. I went to those places. I went to, what is this all about? Why am I going through this? And then as I settled down from that initial shock, that initial blow to myself that had happened, I'm like, okay, now let me look at what's in my life. So I think initially, when we're hit with something, we do have that shock. We do take that moment of just being, and before we react, before we do anything, when we're hit with something, it takes our breath away, and we're not able to speak. We're not able to come out with anything right then. We have to just really realize, oh my gosh, this is really happening. And it's just like with COVID that happened. It's like, wow, this is really happening. The world really did shut down. So there was that moment of it taking our breath away, and we're like, oh my gosh. So it took a bit before we were able to start saying, wow, we can show some gratitude for this, right? We can look at that other side of this and say, maybe this is something that we needed. Maybe this is something that is going to have a benefit to it. And so I have done that same thing in other fires in my life. I did it through cancer. At first, there was the shock, and it's like, oh boy. And then when I realized, yeah, this is really happening, it was like, okay, how can I get on the other side of this? And I was already on a gratitude journey. So knowing the benefits of gratitude, it didn't take me too long to realize that if I stayed in that mode of, okay, what do I have to be grateful for? What can I look at that's positive, and not totally dwell on what's so seemingly huge that's consuming me right now? I can start to look beyond that, or look around that, and say, okay, let me step away for a minute. Let me just take a minute here and pause and see what I do have in my life. And like with the cancer journey, what I did find were people. I found support. I found people that said, we're going to get through this. So whatever that fire is, whether it's a world shutdown or it's your own world shutdown from a fire of life, a struggle, a challenge, maybe it's a disease, maybe it's just something that would be considered minor compared to world shutdown, or maybe it's something that turns your world upside down. We can always look on the other side of that. And it doesn't seem like it at the moment. In the moment when you're hit with it and things seem so devastatingly bad and like I'm never going to get back up off that floor again, it's okay. Take that moment. Take that moment. Acknowledge it. But then say thank you. Thank you. I'm going through something, but I know there's another side. There's another side to this. And I just want to see what your responses are with that, and how you are able to grab onto gratitude in the midst of all of the devastation, all of the challenges, all of the struggle that's happened. And maybe you're a person that's never had any struggle, and I applaud you if you are. But this has been a lifetime for me of challenge. This has been a lifetime of things that I've really brought into me to learn from and to see that other side of. What can I learn from it? What can I do with this experience? We need every experience that we've had. It makes us who we are. So I don't regret any of my experiences that I've had. I might regret some of my choices that I made, but I don't regret any of those experiences because that's me. All of that is culminated in this person right now that's sitting here, that's able to speak what's inside of me. And I wasn't able to do that before I found my gratitude journey and before I found how to look in a more positive way about things that happen in the world. And I know that with everything I've been through, I'm able to share with others from a deeper knowledge, from a deeper understanding of what happens when we're faced with things in life. So I'm grateful. I am grateful every day for every breath I take. I'm grateful for every experience that I've had. And I am so very grateful for all of you who have jumped on here with me today. And I see like so many comments, and I just want to get to some of these because I ask you questions and I like to then acknowledge that you've answered the questions, right? So Jean Lorio, thank you so much for being here with us today. And Jean says, I'm grateful to all you light workers. I have learned so much and I'm getting through this crisis as a learning and wonderful experience. Just what I was talking about, Jean, that initially we do see it as a crisis. We see it as this huge event that we all went through, we all are dealing with, but there is that other side that we can look at. And as we join our energies together, we're able to more fully help each other to see it that way. And hello, Lily Ann. Thank you for being here. And Robert Dosa says, just remembered a part of I am meditation that I wake up with, and I feel the need to share it with everyone here. I am surrounded by individuals with unique and diverse talents and abilities, and when added together are more than the sum of the parts. Robert, I love that. And I love that you shared it with us. And you know what? I'm feeling inclined to read it again. And I want us to fully grasp these words. And to grasp words more fully, it helps to close your eyes because then you really get it in there. You have no distraction and you're hearing the words. So take a breath in and let's hear these words again. I am surrounded by individuals with unique and diverse talents and abilities, and when added together are more than the sum of the parts. How beautiful that is. Just beautiful. And it's so true. And I really believe that when we put our energy with even one other person's energy in putting out intentions and putting out prayers and putting energy out into the world, it keeps multiplying. It's not just a little multiplication that happens. It really extremely multiplies the energy. It multiplies the experience. So thank you, Robert, for bringing that up and for bringing it to us today. Maureen Morgan George, greetings from Ireland. Well, greetings back to you, and thank you for being here today. Gabby Forrester says, before enlightenment, I would let situations completely overwhelm me and smother me, would be covered in off days. Awful. Now I recognize the situation. I sit with it and listen to it. Then I am thankful for the lesson, work out what I was meant to learn, and then send it on its way. If it's a bad, I may have to repeat a couple of times. Yeah, sometimes we don't get that lesson the first time, do we, Gabby? Sometimes we think we get it, and sometimes there's things that have to be released, like the emotional impact of something, especially when it's really big, like a huge illness, a life-threatening illness especially, or a world shutdown. And sometimes that emotional impact is so huge, and we think we've cleared it, or we do the words, maybe it's Ho'oponopono, whatever you use to clear energy, but then something triggers and you're like, oh, I guess I didn't get rid of all of that. So yeah, sometimes we have to repeat those experiences and get the full gist of all of it. And what else do we have? I love this. And Lillian says, you're my big inspiration. I'm grateful for all the good experiences I have had. They made me strong. Oh, thank you, Lillian. It's our, I feel like it's our responsibility as light workers to inspire and to lift up. And whatever means that looks like to you, just give out your love, give out your gratitude, lift somebody if they're having a bad day. And then it does make a difference. Cheryl Ann says, when I'm struggling, I go back to my spiritual foundation. It helps me make sense of anything I'm going through. Go back to the basics and keeping it simple. That's what I'm hearing as well. And that's what I try to do. Keep it simple. And for me, sometimes that simple is scheduling time for meditation, to go into that meditation time and just see what's going on inside of me. Because if I'm feeling out of sorts and there's an emotion that's coming up for me, maybe I'm just not feeling right, not feeling in alignment, I always go in and ask, what's going on? Is there something that needs to come up? Is there something I need to express? Is there something I need to forgive? Is there whatever it is, I just ask for it to come forward so that I can release it and let it go and then be back to my grateful, happy self. So thank you for bringing that up, Gerald Ann. And Wendy's here. Hi, Wendy. I didn't see you come in, honey, but I'm so glad you're here. And Maureen, I am truly thankful and blessed every day of my life for the good and bad that comes into my life. I ask for strength and I get through, thankful all of life's experiences. And that's a great point as well, Maureen. Sometimes we're so easy to give gratitude for the good things, what we consider good, right? We're so, um, we're in this world where we look at things in good and bad and black and white and up and down. But every experience can be a good experience, even if it's an unpleasant experience. It still can be something that we learn from, something that teaches us something. So looking beyond whether it, as we would think of it as good or bad, we can look beyond that, just like we can look at the lesson in anything in life. We can stop judging it as being such, just that it is. And I always say that, to just be, and everything is just as it is, and it's all divine. It's all in divine purpose. So thank you for bringing that up. And there you are, Wendy. I see you saying hello now. And Carol Ann Cross, thank you, my darling, for being on here from Brisbane. I'm so glad you're here today. Erin says, when I think I can't go on in life, I have found that there is always a next step or something to pursue or a therapy session to go to, or someone says something. The universe always gives me something to keep me here and live my purpose, even when I think it's way too hard. Yeah, we criticize ourselves, and we sometimes tell ourselves it's too hard to do that. It's too hard to keep going. And I've argued with my angels before. I'm like, angels, that's too much to ask. I can't do that. And you know what they told me? They said, Teri, can't means I choose not to. When we're giving that argument of I can't, we are actually saying I choose not to. So I've thrown that word out of my vocabulary. Can't is not in my vocabulary, just like quit is not in my vocabulary. It's like never give up and anything is possible. We live in a world of unlimited possibility. So if there's something that looks really huge and you're thinking to yourself, I can't do that. You can watch others do it. You know, it's like, for me, that thing is zip lining. I choose not to do zip lining, okay? It's not that I'm not able to, but I choose not to. But we can look at things that other people are doing, and we might have that little voice inside that says, I can't do that. So look at the fact that you're unlimited. You can do anything that you choose to do. And yeah, I made that statement. And yes, it's true. The angels have told me, whatever you want to do, you choose. We make decisions every day. Every day we decide how we're going to live our life, what mood we're going to be in, how we're going to react and respond to anything that comes up during our day. We choose that. Others don't choose it for us. There may be situations where other people are putting limits on you and putting constraints on you, but you even choose how you're going to deal with that. So, yes, we have the power of choice. It is our superpower. I love that. So, where are we? Thank you all of you for being here. This is just a beautiful, beautiful gathering today. And Gabby says, can someone please write pro bono? I think it's pro bono, Probono, so that you can Google it. Yeah, try that, Gabby. It's Probono, which means giving it freely without charge. And Carol, I'm so glad you're here. And I'm so glad that you have brought in the energy of the dragons for us all to play with. I love that. I love my twin dragons that I have. They're just beautiful. Diane says, I have been paying more attention to my need for a little more sleep. I take meditation naps now. I love that. And Maureen, you're so welcome. And thank you for being here. Thank you for finding me on Gratitude Happy Hour. Carol says, good morning, Teri. Life is wonderful when we express our gratitude. Yesterday we had rain showers, and I expressed my gratitude for the rain that was falling on my newly planted vegetables. So you got out there and grounded, you played in the earth. You know, there are many people right now that are doing that are taking seeds out and putting them in the earth, or plants, seedlings, and just getting out in nature right now to find that grounding energy, because it's what we need. We always know intuitively what it is that we need. And if that's an urge for you to get out there and dig in the ground and maybe do some planting, or just dig in the ground, just play. Sometimes we just need that, right? There doesn't have to be an agenda for what we do. If your soul is telling you play, go play. Go swing on the swing set. What's stopping you? There is no can't. Remember that. Let's all take can't out of our vocabulary now. Let's just throw it out the door. Because seriously, this is what the angel showed me. It's like, you make decisions, you make choices. And if you're saying that you can't do something, you're making that choice. You're choosing not to do it. So throw it away, throw it out the door, put an X through it. That's no longer in my vocabulary. I love that. I love that. And for those of you who might have come in a little later, um, I'm starting the gratitude vase back up. And there is a page, it may be a group. I have so many, I don't even know. I think it's a group on Facebook called Gratitude Vase. And in there, last year or year before last, wow, time flies. Anyway, in there, I was posting my gratitude person every day, and I'm going to start doing that again on June 1st. There will be a post every day of who my gratitude person is. And I would love it if you all would come in as well and share who you're grateful for every day. Every day, just pick a person. Doesn't matter who it is, lift somebody up. And it can be the same person more than once. I've done that too, because I did this for like 2 years in a row. I picked a person and I put them in I have an actual physical vase. I put their name in the vase, but I also sent them a message and I posted that they were my gratitude person. It's such a beautiful way of lifting others up, and it lifts you up as well. It really does. It lifts us up to share out that gratitude with other people. So that's happening starting June 1st. We're doing Gratitude Vase again, and I'd love for any of you to do that with me. And let me see what comments I missed before the show ends. Wow, this time has gone fast. I thought, okay, Karen's not going to be here. I'll just go on for a little bit and just talk to people and share some gratitude. And look what happened. I'm here for almost the whole hour already. Let's see what we got. Oh, Diane, yes, you like ziplining. I love watching it. I just can't see myself doing it. It's not in something that's on my bucket list. It's not out there. It's something that I think would be fun for myself, just like skydiving. That's another thing I choose not to do. But for those of you that enjoy it, hey, I'm enjoying with you. I'm so happy that you enjoy it and that you do it. And Gabby says, the thing you keep talking about to release, I can't quite pick it up because of the, I know what you're talking about. It's Ho'oponopono. So let me put that in. And in fact, Gabby, let me just type before I figure out what I'm doing here. Ho'oponopono. This is it, Gabby, so you can find it. On Saturday night at 8 o'clock, Gerald Ann Heatherdale has a show called Rising Up with Gerald Ann, and that's going to be the discussion this week. She has a guest on, my friend, Karen Rogowski, and Karen is going to come on, and they're going to talk about Ho'oponopono, which is a Hawaiian prayer. It came from the elders and the grandfathers in Hawaii that passed this forward, that it's a way of bringing out forgiveness. And forgiveness is all about you. It's all about releasing. I do a method of releasing what's inside. And the angels showed me how to do this, how to bring that stuff to the outside to let it go. But yes, definitely Google Ho'oponopono. You're going to find that it's very miraculous in your life when you start doing it. Okay, where are we at? I'm just looking through the comments. Oh, thank you, Diane. Yes, you were definitely a gratitude person in my gratitude vase. And, I still have that vase that I was using for a couple of years. I would put names in there and they're still there. I have not removed those names from my gratitude vase because I'm very, very grateful for my journey and everyone that's been a part of my journey. And so now it's time to begin a new one, a new vase, a new tradition, a new habit of getting into recognizing someone every day, someone that I can lift up and say, you're it. Let's do that. Let's play gratitude tag. Let's rename it from gratitude vase to gratitude tag. Do y'all like that idea? I love that. That just came from the angels. We're going to play gratitude tag. So every day, starting June 1st, we will play gratitude tag, and you're going to tag somebody. Tag your it. I am so grateful for you. You don't have to have a reason to be grateful for them. Just say their name, send them a short message. It can be a text, it can be a phone call, it can be just a tag on Facebook. So let's do some gratitude tags and tag people with gratitude and say, I'm grateful for you. Now pass it on. Pass it on. Let's get this gratitude tag thing to become a viral thing that happens in our world. So yes, let's do it. I love this. And hello to Josie. Josie Morrow came on. And I know there's probably others that popped in. I was paying attention to the comments, so I didn't see who all joined in with us, but thank you. Thank you to anyone who came in. And yes, Diane, you're all about playing games. I love this. Diane, if you want to work together on this with me, let's do it. Let's make it go viral. I really believe it could. Gratitude tag. Wow, that has such a ring to it, doesn't it? Doesn't that sound like fun? Doesn't it sound like you're out there on the playground, you're a kid, and you're going up to somebody and you're tagging them with gratitude. You're tagging them and saying, "Hi, I'm grateful for you. Now pass it on," so they can go tag somebody. Wow, let's do this. Let's do this. The angels just inspired it, and we're going to do it. And hi, Deb Goldberg. Thank you for being here. And yes, Diane, I know you're all about those games and having fun. So, yeah, this is starting June 1st. Y'all get ready because we're going to be tagging some people and we're going to play some gratitude tag. And we're going to let's get the whole world playing gratitude tag. Can you just see gratitude going out every day on Facebook, on YouTube, on Twitter, on everything that's out there, Instagram, Pinterest? Sherry Myers is getting ready to teach us how to do Pinterest because I don't have a clue. I have a Pinterest page. I think that's what you call it. And I have little things on there, but I really want to do more. So this is going to be my beginning. I'm going to put a gratitude tag up on Pinterest and figure it out how to get that out there and how to get other people playing the game. So Diane, work with me here. If you want to team up, I love tag teams. Let's team up and let's come up with some creative ways to really share this out into the world. That's what I'm hearing. The angels want us working on this and working together. So we've come to the end of our journey with this show. Oh, hi, Rick. Thank you for being here. I love that, Diane, raising the vibration one tag at a time. Oh, there's so much we're going to do with this, Diane. I feel it in my heart. I feel like this collaboration is going to be one that is a huge. So I'm looking forward to everything that's going to come forward from Gratitude Tag. So I've loved this. I have absolutely loved seeing all of you, interacting with all of you today in this uplifting, beautiful way of remembering who we are, remembering that we are spirit. We're here to make a difference in the world. We're here to lift each other up and to support each other. And I hope you got that from me today. I hope that that's been something that these moments together on the show have fed your soul in a way that you're going to go away from it feeling that you've been touched by an angel, because the angels so inspire every word I say, every time I speak, every time I come onto a show and the words flow out. They're coming from the angels, and there's an alignment and an energetic attunement that happens when they do that, when they speak through me. And tomorrow at 1 o'clock Eastern Time, I will be doing a show. It's called Angel Speakers in Espanol. And I'll be speaking the words of the angels that they want to bring through. And then the beautiful helper that I have, Lily Ortega, will be translating that into Spanish. And we're hoping that that reaches more people. So if you know someone that can get this out faster and further for us, that has a Spanish community or has a lot of friends that could understand things better if it was spoken in the native Spanish language, please invite them tomorrow at 1 o'clock. Angel Speakers in Espanol. Tonight, Deb, I don't know if you're still on here or not, but I have on my schedule that Deb is on tonight at 7 o'clock with Angel Heart Radio with Anea. So Deb, if that's true, I hope you'll be able to say yay or nay in the comments and let us know that we can tune into you tonight at 7 o'clock on Angel Heart Radio. Every day, Enlightened World Network brings you beautiful programs. We start at 7:30 in the morning with coffee and conversation with Gerald Ann Heatherdale and myself. And we just sit around the river, on the brinks of the river, and bring out some socialization. We just talk with each other, see how we're doing as we're waking up and having our coffee. And then we lift each other up in meditation and prayer, and we take prayer requests. So hopefully you all have tuned into that. If not, join us tomorrow morning at 7:30 Eastern Time. And yes, I know it's early, and no, I'm not a morning person, but I think I have become one now. So come join us. Come join in with your energy and just really be in that spirit of community, because that's what we are. We've developed a real family community. And then at 9 o'clock, Mira Rubin comes in with some core connection. And then 9:30, Diane Allison Beiersdorfer plays in the playground. That's on EWN Enlightened Living. Then we have a meditation every day with a different practitioner coming on live. And tomorrow at 1 o'clock, I'll do my Spanish show. And then what else do we have going on? 3 o'clock tomorrow is a focus on light workers with Gail and Greg Hogue. And they're going to talk about sacred geometry. That's going to be a very interesting one tomorrow at 3 p.m. Eastern. And Saturday, Michelle Landers will be offering a free numerology workshop. Yeah, I said free. And you don't want to miss that. That's at 10 o'clock. If you're interested at all in numbers and how to find what your numbers are, you're going to want to attend that workshop at 10 o'clock on Saturday morning. 11:30 with Jane Mountrose. Is that the AMAD, Deb, the meditation a day? And she is on tonight at 7 with Carol Ann about mother's love. Oh, I love that. Thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you to all of you who have been here. Oh, I almost forgot. 8 o'clock Saturday night, Cheryl Ann will be on. I mentioned this earlier. Cheryl Ann will be on with Rising Up with Cheryl Ann, and it's about Ho'oponopono and forgiveness. So come in and participate in that, and just really get deeper into what this means. Ho'oponopono. There's a lot to it. I've studied it. I work with it. I do release and healing with it, and it is a beautiful, beautiful way to get into that energy of releasing and letting go. Just let it go. And of course, on Sundays, we have a silent meditation at 10 o'clock. And then right after that, this week, we're doing Come to the Table. So that's going to be another beautiful time at Enlightened World Network. I love you. Thank you all for being here. And Deb, thank you for coming on and putting that information in. Excuse me. And so many opportunities to really be lifted up during this time. So we will see you later, if not later tonight, then in the morning at 7:30 with coffee and conversation. Be blessed. Feel into the energy of the angels. They will never steer you wrong. They'll always bring you to that place of pure, unconditional love. Thank you, everyone. Good night.